What you doing, mate?
Trying to get some tunes started up here, bro.
Yes, sir. You know when you like have problems with recording things and they record, but then they stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old,
I didn't have any of the car footage yet.
good old
I was supposed to, but then I went to check and it was like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, it's supposed to be way more than that. Go all the way to the end of 5 minutes and it's me just driving up the hill. It's like the camera wants to troll.
Shout out to the Hero 5 session info.
Yeah, it decides to randomly stop recording whatever the fuck it wants. Blame that for me not having footage of the last event much.
Yeah.
And this one. I have no idea why this is happening. After about 3 runs, the fuel system starts whining and then clogs up. Just bogs down really bad anytime I try to floor it or anything like that. And we were getting ready to leave. And I said, screw it, I'm just gonna mess around. And I pulled the pump off. Realized that it was just gonna be too much work to completely pull it off. Put it back in and screw it down. Went to start it to leave, and there was no whine. And went out and drove for about 3 runs. Super excited, had it all recorded. Then it wasn't really recorded.
First time ever anywhere, the 45th of the United States of America, Donald.
I may have found out the fuel system issue. It might not be the pump. Like, there was no vacuum line connected to the fuel pressure regulator or the intake at all. So this is plugged up, and last time I started it, the pump was kind of silent, so I'm not 100% sure, but I ran it a little bit and it's only running like 40 pounds of pressure with a vacuum line, so I'm really feeling like I think I found the issue. I gotta readjust the fuel pressure regulator for the vacuum, so let's see how this does. The doohickey of the diddly doo. This thing just sounds better too. No pump noise. No pump noise at all. How does vacuum do that? How does vacuum do that? How vacuum do that? We don't know 100% sure, but that's at a dead at 58. I'm gonna rev it a little bit. You got to. It did not sound like that before. Don't sound like that before.
It did not sound like that.
Woo-wee. See, if I didn't have diff issues, I'd go out and drive it right now. Oh shit.
Golly, that thing's...
I'll take a victory. I'll take a victory because I might have a huge L with the differential, but it might be a dub. And so it smells better too.
Yeah, dude.
It smells like
Pure.
I think I was running that lean that long because like instant smell.
She looks so familiar.
Why'd you start whining?
Yeah, I heard it whine.
Alright.
Yeah.
We're almost there. We'll figure it out.
It sounds way better, like 3 times better than it ever has. So I'm excited because I thought the rumble, the low rumble, I thought that was a normal. It wasn't. It's supposed to be a lot more high pitched. So vacuum situation fixed, pressure regulators adjusted. Now we gotta go out to the back. The fuel pump, probably about like after 30 seconds, it whined even louder. And so I'm wondering if it's a piece of the line on the back. I think the whine just got worse. I think it's on its last leg because I didn't use it right. So I'm going ahead and pull these lines off. I think this little setup that I had going, I'll show you once they're pulled off, is probably restricting it even more as well. So I have a new way to hook those up, and I have a new pump and brand new filter. I was only using a small 30 micron filter in the hyperfuel, and so I switched to a 10 micron filter, and this thing's 2 times bigger. So I'm making sure that everything is right. Oh wow, look at that filter. I guess I didn't clean the tank as good as I thought. Well, Marlboro and filter, you were the sacrificial lamb. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. So here's the Marlboro 255, the fuel filter that I was using for the inline one. It's a 30 micron, and the sock. It took a beating. So when I cleaned the tank, I didn't clean it enough, or whatever residue was left was just grabbed by this. Now here's the new fuel pump. I bought a hyperfuel one. Just wanted everything to be the same brand. And here's the fuel sock. This is the main reason I bought it. This fuel sock, compared to the Marlboro one, double the size at least. And especially with my tank not being as clean as I thought, this is for sure important. Look at this fuel sock. This definitely had a lot to do with the issues. Jeez. So there's no way this pump and sock are gonna fit like this because they're bigger ends. So I gotta do it a little bit higher. Probably gonna have to chop this a little bit. I don't know. That's actually, I might even strap it to this, because no, damn, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. Oh, all right, there we go, got away with it. Just gonna be a real tight fit. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna chop this bottom half off, the bottom portion off, and then strap it with hose clamps to this piece, because I think it needs to be that low for a reason. Alright, chops it off. Not too clean. Well, yeah. And the hose clamp. Had like a cozy for it. I guess they already knew that that people do this. I guess it's a normal thing. Size it up a little bit more. Alright, so let's stop it right here. done, I'm going to get clamps later. I forgot. This is kind of ghetto, but I thought it was going to work, but I'll show you the fitting once it's out. I'm going to remove this entire thing and then attach the hose itself to this part. Ended up finding some, so we're going to go ahead and throw this in. Before I hook up the lines, I'm gonna go ahead and put this pump in because it's bigger. Wait, I said pump, fuel filter. So it's a lot longer, so I think there's gonna be a different length. So I gotta figure that out and see if it's good or not. It's on. I got it hanging because I needed to reroute it. So before, I just had a rubber hose going into here, went into this barb fitting that turns into a 6, and then out. But whenever Phil or I would pick it up or move it, the pump would start whining even louder. And I'm not sure if this is really the reason, but it kind of doesn't make any sense to keep it this way. I should have, in the first place, just put the line directly to it anyways, because I mean, if this worked, I mean, if this wasn't popping off, then why would that hose? So it's better than making no sense with this. There we go. That's way better. We'll have to check the leak once we start it, but it's all good in the hood. Oh, thanks. Answered it for me. And let's see which one. And this is just a rubber hose and it's the return line, so I don't really care about the clamp being on that tight because it's not high pressure. How quiet that is! Holy crap! Readjust the pressure regulator. Look at that. Silence! It's quiet. Let's see. Oh, I got to again. Feels good. Feels good. Silence. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and strap the line back up. It needed to be, all the zip ties, anything holding it down needed to be clipped out because the filter was like that big compared to this. And also with the adjustment I did, there was a little bit of line that I had to give more leeway. So I'm really glad that past me put way too much line in the back because it saved me. Finally got the parts in. Took a little bit longer than I expected. So the diff has a bunch of play in it. Pops in and out. What I'm hoping, and which is probably true because I never replaced them, the clips on the axle stubs. Probably just as old as the stubs itself. And I think they're real loose, making it have a ton of play. That's what I'm praying for. And the seals, either they popped out because of the play or they're bad. This time I got Mazda genuine. The seals are right inside there. So we have to pull the axles off, which I'll have to pull the axle bolt, whatever it is, huge nut. Pull that off, pull this off, and also on the other side. And once we get to the stub itself, I should just be able to pry it with a pry bar right out. I've done it before, just didn't change the clips. One's out. There we go. The axle definitely pulled this seal out, and then where's the broken one? I need to beat the shit out of it, clipped it. Inside's got a, oh, here we go. That's a perfect example. Boop. That was a new seal, and the plate that's popping back and forth pulled this out. It's in this hole over here. Wait. Oh, I thought I put the oil sealed back in. Top half needs to be a little bit more pushed in. It's good. Yeah, I just needed more on the...
I think we're getting more lip on this side than that side.
Yeah, I think I pressed it in a little bit too much, but I don't think it'll break it. Brand new seals on each side. Hopefully the new clips make it stay in. Went ahead and ordered the axle clips. Oh, I think I already told you. I don't know. Regardless, I'm saying it just in case. And they weren't Mazda genuine. Well, they were Mazda genuine. You get the part number right here. But they started reusing the part number on some like Mazda 2 all-wheel drive. I don't know, whatever. It was showing up on it. And so whenever you look up that part number, it comes up and says that it fits an 87, but it also fits that Mazda 2. And pretty much they are way too thick. So I went ahead and went to a different website this time and asked them if they even had an old part number, because the thickness is like super obvious. So pretty much this one's the old one. This is the new one. Wait, well, yeah, sorry. That's the new one. This is the old one. Way too thick and long. So, now that I got the right ones, don't know if I'm going to be able to get another one, because they sent me in like a little package they made themselves and didn't even have a number on it. So, and they even said it was the old part number. So, hoping I don't break these when I put them in, because screwed if I don't. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think I will. we have the passenger side completely done. It says the 4 bolts on the axle, but I'm counting that as done because I just want to do the other side. Makes it easier. When will I ever clean my garage? It's not necessarily cleaning, it's just every time I organize it, it just destroys it. And the moment I go to an event, all the tools are in the bag and it's all unorganized again. So I'm not seeing a point right now. Oh yeah, no way. Woo! So we still have some play in it, but it's nowhere near what it was. And you also can't see the seal inside it anymore. So I don't think it's gonna leak anymore. And this one's even better. You gotta really push it and do it. So at this point, the diff has everything it needs. So as long as it isn't leaking, I'm going till it blows. It's a base model welded, so I mean, I really want it to last as long as it can, but there's also a realistic standpoint of how long it will last. And so pretty much just hoping that I made it last a little bit longer. Fingers crossed, guys, that it doesn't leak. It's probably like half the amount of play that it was before, so I think we got it.